Hi, I'm Brian Talley, and today I'm going to be giving you a bit of an overview of what's going on here in our vineyards at Talley Vineyards, as well as the 2021 harvest. Well, here we are in Oliver's Vineyard. This is a vineyard that is named after my grandfather, Oliver Talley, who was the founder of Talley Farms back in 1948. Oliver's Vineyard is predominantly planted to Chardonnay, and the original planting occurred back in 1991. And starting in 2020, we are going to start incorporating some of this fruit into our Estate Chardonnay as it shifts to a San Luis Obispo coast appellation. The fog that we see around us is very, very typical of this 2021 vintage. This has been about the coolest growing season over the last decade. We're hand harvesting these grapes here in Oliver's Vineyard, which is how we harvest virtually all the grapes at Talley Vineyards. In keeping with our commitment to sustainability, these grapes are organically farmed. We'd like to harvest the grapes at night to keep them very cool. So I'm standing at our Stone Corral Vineyard. This is the heart of the new San Luis Obispo Coast AVA. We've used a lot of this fruit for our Bishop's Peak Pinot Noir. This is one of the coolest vineyards that we farm and really features some of the key characteristics of the San Luis Obispo Coast region, that I'm standing about 4 miles from the ocean here. It's also reflective of the diversity of soils that we're farming. This is a sandier site than anything that we farm in Arroyo Grande. Now I'm standing in the Rincon Vineyard, and in particular on the western hillside of the vineyard. This is where my father started planting our vines back in 1982. And as such, I consider this really our home vineyard. This is our 2019 Estate Chardonnay, really one of 2 signature wines that we produce here at Talley Vineyards. To me, I think this really captures the essence of the Arroyo Grande Valley and the San Luis Obispo Coast region. We've got just beautiful citrus notes in the aroma, and just a nice touch of, again, lemon notes on the palate with some beautiful minerality. This is our Estate Pinot Noir. This is the wine that really put Talley Vineyards on the map. And I attribute a lot of our success with a decision that my father made back in the early 1990s to plant the Wadensville selection. The 1990 vintage was featured in a really great profile in the New York Times. I love the violet notes that I get in the aroma of this wine, as well as lots of beautiful red fruit. This is the Bishop's Peak Chardonnay. This wine is produced entirely from estate-grown Chardonnay, combination of our Oliver's Vineyard in the Edna Valley, as well as our vineyards here in the Arroyo Grande Valley. One of the things I love about the Bishop's Peak Chardonnay, just really a pure, very energetic representation of Chardonnay that often is sort of lacking at this price point. This is a wine with beautiful citrus notes, lots of energy, and just a touch of refreshing minerality. This is Bishop's Peak Pinot Noir, unique among sort of entry-level Pinot Noirs in the respect that it's 100% Pinot Noir. Consequently, really just a beautiful expression of the fruit, beautiful fruit coming up off the aroma. This is just a wonderfully refreshing glass of Pinot Noir. I'm standing in Rosemary's Vineyard, which produces the most highly acclaimed wines that we produce here at Talley Vineyards. And this is a bit of sandstone that is one of the very distinctive characteristics of this vineyard. Rosemary's Vineyard is unique in the respect that it's one of the few vineyards in the world that produces 2 very, very high quality varietals, both Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. Over the years have been awarded scores of 98 points from Robert Parker's. Rosemary's Vineyard gets its name from my mother. She's Rosemary Talley. She still lives right in the middle of the vineyard. This is the Rosemary's Vineyard Chardonnay, and the most highly acclaimed Chardonnay that we produce here at Talley Vineyards. Also noted as one of the highest acid Chardonnays produced in California. It's really a combination of this very cool site coupled with these very fractured sandstone and shale soils. I just love the very beautiful citrus-driven aromas on this wine. and quite frankly, just the beautiful, refreshing acidity. This is Rosemary's Vineyard Pinot Noir. I think the very, very best expression of Pinot Noir that we produce here at Talley Vineyards. It's been recognized as consistently the best Pinot Noir produced in this region. And I just love this amazing balance that it strikes between richness, concentration, but also this beautiful, refreshing, mineral-driven finish that it's hard to describe. Just absolutely have to taste this wine.